Let's do some wizard crimes.
Has Alberforce ever done this before?
No, but I've read the relevant literature. It's pretty clear.
Yeah. So, man, a storm is brewing over Almagang, right? Home of the Thessal Hydras. Lightning, heavy sheets of rain, dark and black, right? Trouble sleeping, Alberforce?
Yeah. Alberforce, he's looking up at the ceiling and hot. He's been out in a while, and in his absence, there's a little bit of a leak in the room, or a leak in the windowsill, I think. And so there's just drip, 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 as this little bit of water drips off the corner of the windowsill and onto the floor. And he's just thinking. Fuck this. I've studied magic for 70 goddamn years. I'm the vice chair of the Theoretical Department of Mathemagic in one of the finest magical institutions in the world. There have been many times in my life where I've had to look at things that were beyond my control and accept them. But back then, I could barely use magic to clean the mud off of my goddamn boots. I'm a fucking wizard. Get over it? No. Nature, death, they are gonna get over me. Alright? Igor! And I whistle, and like a little mechanical robot comes out of a closet.
Oh, nice.
My rods and the big shovel. And
Beep,
go down to Theodolphus's office and grab one of the scrolls of Animate Dead that he hands out to people.
Just because. It's like a little gag. It's a little goof for Halloween.
Oh no, he's got this whole thing where he wants to engage in ethically sourced necromancy.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So he's just trying to reduce the stigma.
So it's basically like flower bombing for as far as he's concerned.
Get me one of those and my good quills. I'll have to modify the spell a little bit, but I think it'll be possible.
Oh, yeah. So it's funny that you mentioned he's a robot, because in my head I was like, every room just comes with an Igor. You just got to have a lot of Igors lying around.
They're so handy.
They're so handy. Just you never forget the name. And impossibly, right? Like just the exact same conditions, right? Outside of a day outside of Calmus, also known as the pointless grave of Wilbur.
Yeah.
Is his full name Wilberforce?
No, my name is Alberforce. I started calling him Wilberforce sometimes because I just slip up.
Yeah, okay. I was like Wilbur, but Wilberforce is funny too. And I could see him adopting it to be like Alberforce, and I just
So we're gonna go to Wilbur's grave. It's very rainy.
Yeah.
We've got our hat is adrooped with precipitation. And we dig him out. We dig him out of his shallow grave. Shallow muddy grave.
And the elements have not been kind to him, unfortunately.
So we roll out the carpet where we have previously inscribed this glyph.
Yeah.
We get him up onto the carpet. I get my rods at all 5 points of the circle around him. I get him dug into the ground.
Mm-hmm. The rain is still incredible. This is a moonless night, right? Yeah. The sun and her twin do not wish to see you perform this rite. They have both gone and hid.
All right.
For one reason or another, your little robot is with you, right? Igor had to help you carry things.
Yeah, for the shoveling. I'm an old man.
The robot is covered in mud and wet and sad.
Yeah.
Stands and bears witness.
Before the ritual starts, I actually reach behind and I flick him off. I turn him off.
You don't have to see this.
He collapses. All right. So I take up my position at the head of the circle.
Yeah.
I have in one hand my adamantine chisel, and in the other hand I have the ring that I found.
Yeah.
All right. And I take my hat off, and I, throw it over my shoulder, so my bald head is just covered in rain, and I say, Magog, Nabab, Thumas and Zar, hearken to me.
The circle is drawn, and the points are riven.
Magog, Nabab, Thumas and Zar, bear witness.
The dead dead are unburied. The clay is hungry.
Not Bob, the Master Czar. What say you?
The flesh is the price. The price must be paid.
All right, at this, I take out of my pouch a parcel of like lime, and I throw it over the body, and all of his flesh begins to dissolve away. It is paid.
The fire is sleeping. It must be woken.
I take up the rod in front of me, and I hold it up, and it gets struck by lightning. It is woken.
Is it on fire now?
Yes, it is.
What was left of the foliage, right? Because at first it was a small area burned, and then it was a much larger area, and now there's a forest fire.
Yeah.
The way is shut, and it must be opened.
And then I take the ring that is a little portal, and I break it in half, and I say, it is opened.
Oh no. Oh man, Alberforce just loves fucking with portals, doesn't he?
It's the only way to travel.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. So just folding and spilling out of this tiny little ring, right? Which is this tiny little portal into some hellscape where you burned your finger 2 nights ago, right? Just this like little blip of nothing, this scrap of paper that doesn't exist in this reality, just kind of falls and then lays suspended and begins unfolding and burning, and you just don't have time for that shit. Just get that out of here.
Yeah. Don't even care. It is opened.
Yeah.
All right. With this ritual performed, and having cast animate dead, I guess. Does it succeed? Do we get beautiful skeleton Wilbur?
So we will roll 2d20s.
Oh boy. All right. Am I rolling one and you're rolling one?
Or you can roll them both. What would you prefer?
I do one and you do one.
Okay. All right.
I'm a goddamn wizard.
Lucky number 13.
I got a 3.
You got a 3. Okay, well we'll go with the 13. And what's your arcana?
My arcana is 7.
Okay, all right, easy. So this is a ritual. This is a complicated ritual. Not normally, but when you do it, when you add in, the fucking
Well, we want him to be Wilbur. We don't want him to be a sad just a mechanic. It's
right.
easy to make a robot out of negative energy and bones. That's
right.
basically carpentry. This is some actual capital M magic that we're doing. All right.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think the ritual itself, had you not been there to guide it, right? Had you not been willing to burn, right, the flesh from bone and the portal, right, from hell, and the forest fire from the poor animals.
Yeah, fuck them.
We may not have been here, but you were able to kind of guide it into the right direction.
Yeah.
I mean, is it all of a sudden? Is he up? Does he spark? Or is this a slow kind of gradual thing?
I think his flesh just melts away.
Yeah.
And then I think there's a moment where he just horribly rattles and convulses, his skeleton arms are flailing around, his bones are just flying all over the place. And then he sits up and he goes just something like, I feel a draft.
I mean, you got what you want, right? In it that, right? One sentence, 4 words.
Yeah.
Alberforce,
we did it.
Does he cry? Does he just grab him? Does he smile?
He does. He's crying and he smiles and he picks him up and he gives him a hug.
It's
gives him a big skeleton hug.
He's like, I still gotta find you that stick, don't I? And he turns and he starts going back for the...
I think what happens is he turns and he just literally just falls. He just his head and his hips and legs just boonk, and then he just collapses into a pile of bones. And then he looks around and looks at himself and he goes, sir? And I think that's where we cut it.
Oh yeah. Oh no. That's good.
Yes.
That's good.
It's when God closes a door, he opens a window. When he doesn't close a window, you get a big heavy rock and you open the goddamn window.
Well, I was just gonna say he opens a window to let in the draft.
To let in the draft. That is necromancy.
That is necromancy. I do like that. And if he doesn't open the window, we get a big rock.
We get a rock and we open a goddamn window.
No. I studied magic for 70 years.
I was not put upon this earth to just deal with this. All right? No. You're all gonna deal with this shit. I am a powerful wizard.